Hey all, Hiva here. Welcome back to the channel, welcome back to Sea of Thieves. So don't forget to subscribe to the channel, particularly if you are a new PlayStation 5 player, because the game has just been released on PlayStation 5, so these videos are more meant for new PS5 guys. So anyway, if you want to make some gold in Sea of Thieves, you have to find some hidden treasure. And in this video here, I will tell you exactly how to do that, how to get started, and also where to sell your treasure chests so you make some money. But do beware, there will be dangers on the way, but of course that's half the fun of actually playing Sea of Thieves. So once you fire up Sea of Thieves and you actually start a game, you will be, put down at a random port somewhere in the game. And I would suggest the first thing you go and do is to dig up some treasure. And the way to do it, I'll show it in this video here, because this is obviously a pirate game, and treasure is a huge part of that. So I'll show you how to do. So the easiest way to do it is to go down to the quest table on your ship. Once you find your ship, that can take a little while if you start in a big harbor. After that, jump to the Voyages section and choose Gold Hoarders. Now what this really is just treasure hunt really. It has you following clues to discover hidden treasure all over the map. It could be on islands far away, or here in the beginning is usually fairly close. And the more of these hidden treasures that you find, the more valuable the treasures will be, and the more dangerous the quest will become as well. Now in the beginning you cannot fast travel straight to the island, so you just have to sail there the old-fashioned way, which is also a lot more fun. So go into your inventory, have a look at the little treasure map that you were given as part of the quest, and see if you can find out where that island is on the actual game map. So have a look at the outline of the island, what's special about it. See that this one is kind of two islands. So we're going to have a look at the map table inside your ship as well, and zoom in a bit, see if you can find an island that looks like the one you saw on your treasure map. So Plunderer's Plight here has an uncanny resemblance to the island on the map, so I'm pretty sure this is the one. So we mark it, and now we have to sail there. And I'm going to sail there by myself, because I'm thinking most people jumping in this game are probably going to play the first few hours by themselves, unless you are, jumping in with friends, obviously. So I'm just going to show you as well how to actually sail the ship here on your own, because sailing ships in Sea of Thieves isn't just simple. So after raising the anchor, we lower the sails, and we lower them fully so we can go as fast as possible. As soon as you do this, the ship will start moving, so just be aware of that. So if you're pointing at a rock or something, you should probably use the wheel and adjust your heading before you set your sails. So once we're on the way, go check the map again. Just want to see, are we actually heading in the right direction or not? And as you can tell, our ship is going pretty much the opposite direction. So we need to adjust the heading and use the compass to help you when you're doing it. It makes things a little bit easier. So like the game says, check your bearings. So check the map table, use the compass, and with those two things in combination, along with other islands on the map that you can see when you're sailing, it should be fairly simple to figure out where you're supposed to go. Because the game doesn't really tell you a lot, it doesn't help you much, which is a good thing. So you gotta use a little bit of your brain to figure out where you're actually going. Now at this point I'm pretty sure we're on the right track, but I'm just gonna go down again and check the map table. Now of course, if you're more than one player, this is much easier. Someone can just steer and the other one can check the map and direct you through voice comms. But as one player you have to do everything yourself. So here I'm having a look up in the crow's nest, and I can see the island straight ahead. So we're going to have to start preparing to stop the ship, because otherwise we're going to head straight into the island and you're going to crash your ship. You're going to make holes in the hull, and worst case your ship will sink and pretty much stranding you on a deserted island, just like a real pirate. So I'm just going to turn a little bit here, and I'm not going to go very close to the island. We're going to just stop out here in the sea, because sometimes there are other pirates already on the island, and I don't want to make my ship too easy for them to steal. So we're going to stop the sails, and then we're going to drop the anchor so the ship doesn't go anywhere. Always remember to do that. And that's about it. We've now reached the island, or at least we think we've reached the island. We've dropped the anchor, and all we gotta do now is just, swim in to the island. So once we are on the beach, we'll just have a quick look around, see what's here, and if there are any enemies or anything like that. But it looks like it's fairly serene right here. So we're going to take out our map, and then we're going to have a look at the island, figure out where actually am I standing right now on the island. So that takes a little bit of fiddling, especially if it's a larger island. This one's fairly easy because you can see the smaller part of the island is right here, and there's a little river passing, so I know exactly where I am. So according to the map, the treasure should be right here in this spot. So we're going to grab our shovel and we're going to dig. Now if you found the right spot, you will hear immediately with the first shovel into the sand, you will hear the shovel hitting wood, and you can just keep digging. You will also see the chest, obviously. So dig the chest completely free, and then pick it up, and you will have your first treasure. But this is only half the journey. If you thought that the game would just gonna, reward you here and say, oh, well done, here's some gold for your treasure. No, it's not that easy. You have to pick up the treasure, you have to bring it back to your ship, and this is dangerous in itself, because there's other pirates, aka players, in the game, and people love stealing other players' treasure. So keep a look around, keep an eye out for other pirates who are obviously going to do what pirates do and steal your treasure from you. But in this case here, no one's around, so we're going to go back to an outpost and see if we can't sell our treasure there. So just find the closest outpost on the map, and that's actually the one we left from. So I just mark it, and then we'll head off again. And again, you're going to have to, steer the ship by yourself, or with your friends if you're playing with any friends, or with a random crew if you have decided to start the game with a random crew. And again, I'm just going to show you how to do it by yourself, because I'm thinking most people are going to be doing this by themselves the first time. Now remember, you can get much larger ships than this one. This is the absolute smallest one, and it's good for 2 or 3 players, but 1 player can successfully maneuver this ship. But if you're playing more than 3 players, I would suggest getting a much bigger ship with many more guns on it, and much more stuff to actually keep track of, which also makes things far more difficult, but also a lot more fun. So we're almost back at the outpost now, and we just gotta make sure that we don't sink the ship once we actually land here. So just gonna, stop going so fast, pull the sails up, and we're going to drop the anchor as well. And of course, after that, we have to remember to actually bring our treasure with us, because it's standing here on the deck of the ship. But if you just, jump ship pretty much and swim in without the treasure, you're not going to get anything. This game wants you to do everything, right? So pick up the chest, and I'm just going to jump in the water here. But of course, if you're better than me, you can, end up a little bit closer to the pier. After that, you go to the gold hoarder and you give him the chest, and that's about it. Here we get a handsome reward, and that's pretty much all there is to it. It gets very addictive, and it's a lot of fun to do. And I mean, on your own, it's already fun to do, but if you're doing this with 2, 3, 4 other players, and other guys are trying to steal your treasure from you on the way, it gets a lot more fun. So that's it. And you can now go back to the table in your ship and pick another quest. So I hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to give me a like, a comment, and of course a subscribe if you enjoy the content. And I will see you out there.